Kick it.
It's candy. She's just so candy.
Welcome guys to another episode of the Candy Show. I am your host Candy and my guest
Aceon the Sensei. You can follow me on all social medias, well, mainly just Facebook and Instagram. And then musicovermind.com, MUZIK overmind.com.
Okay, well, welcome to the Candy Show.
Thank you for having me.
I'm gonna tell you what, let's get on in here. Aceon the Sensei.
Yes.
Tell us how you came up with that name.
Well, Aceon just kind of hit me while I was in Atlanta. I used to live in Atlanta for a brief period of time, pursuing my music, just trying to grind. The Sensei is more of a title that I wish to eventually be able to uphold. So it's a goal more so than a name, Aceon the Sensei. Eventually, of course, Sensei means teacher, master. So I want to be able to be a teacher, master of all my arts that I, love. So that's kind of where that name came from.
Okay. So Aceon, is that okay for me to call you Aceon?
Definitely.
Where are you from?
I'm from here, Indianapolis, Indiana, my hometown.
Okay.
Born and raised.
All right. And what do you do?
Right now, I play for a church. I play keys for a church, Grace Missionary Baptist.
All right. So you're playing keys. Are you an artist?
I am an artist. That is my goal. I'm a national recording artist at this moment. I have my own band, so I'm a co-founder of a band, arranger, I'm a producer. I produce multiple other artists in the city as well, so I got a lot of stuff going on.
Okay, so I had to get my note card out here. Woo! Now, you first mentioned Muzik Over Mind Productions.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
So me in co-partnership with my mentor, Flip, who I also work out of his studio out on the east side, and I met him through his son. We went to school together, you know what I mean, and we just kind of kicked it off. That's my brother in music. We also just dropped an EP, me and his son, so go check that out, Ready or Not, on all major platforms. But we kind of came in there. I came in there about 2012 or 2011 is when I met Flip. And from then on, I've just been grinding. He's been showing me the ropes as far as the production end of stuff. And from there, it just kind of grew into Music Over Mind and what it is today. Remodeled the studio and just started bringing some different people on board. And it just been a snowball effect kind of thing going on.
Okay. So guys, he is very talented. Very talented. I mean, singer, rapper, producer, and I read a little bit more. You act as well.
I have been. I've done some stage productions and acting. Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna get into a second, but I gotta finish telling them about what else you do. You are a musical genius. Can I say that?
You can.
You're not just on the production side of the keyboards. You also have some experience in a lot of the different instruments too, music instruments. Mm-hmm. Oboe. Yeah. Who does that?
Yeah.
Oboe?
Yeah. It was one of my first instruments that I picked up, along with violin and saxophone. I still love the saxophone. Like, that's one of my favorite instruments. But my first and only true love will be the piano, and that's where it started, with my piano.
And do you come from a musically inclined family? How do you get into all of that?
Well,
okay.
My mother sings. She used to sing in the church, and she was already part of the church choir. So that's really where my love of music started, was church music, So everything that I do, a lot of people say I got that church soulful voice, but that's why. Grew up Baptist, and my brother, he used to play cello and all that. So we kind of did, we was all of a musical kind of family, just within the three of us, me, my brother, and my mother. Mm-hmm. But I'm kind of been the one that just to take it a little bit further. You know what I mean? I'm trying to actually pursue it, and they didn't have that drive, I guess, for me. But it is what it is.
Tell me about the shades here. Shades.
Man, this is just my little swag I got going on. I just got kind of known for it. Everybody know me for the circle shades. You know what I mean? Like, hold on, Sensei got the shades. I'm like, what you mean?
I mean, those are pretty fly. I like them.
I like these.
Can I get them afterwards? Can I put them on later?
We can talk about that. We can talk about
Okay.
that.
All right. You know, if you was to ask me for my candy shirt, I have to tell you no. So I'm gonna let you know. No, this is mine. This is mine.
Right.
Okay, so tell us what's going on with you. What are you doing? You have any current projects? You sing? You produce?
Definitely.
You act? Tell us about the musical side of you.
Well, right now I have. Well, I just dropped a project with my bro. Like I said, Majinzu. We just dropped a project. What was that? I want to say mid-June. It's called Ready or Not. It's on all major platforms. Before that, I dropped The Love. That was my first debut project. It's my first EP, and currently I'm working on. It's a second installment to The Love. I'm trying to do like a 3-part series of an EP. So it's 3 EPs. It's going to pretty much all build into one album, pretty much. So I'm working on the second installment for that. Also producing 2Bs as local artists here. Also my brothers in music, they're about to drop their project hopefully end of August, early September, so y'all watch out for that. As far as my band, my band is Highway. You can follow us on Facebook and Instagram. That's HII-WEI. Pretty much stands for high power.
Okay, and then we're gonna reiterate that too towards the end as well.
Cool. And we got a couple gigs coming up. We got a most recent gig is coming up August 10th, and that's going to be for the Indiana Pride of Color out right off MLK at Watkins Park. Okay. So it's just some stuff to look out for.
Okay. So what we're just gonna take a quick break, and then you guys. I need a water break, so I'm just gonna let you know. So, all right, we'll be right back. Welcome back to the Candy Show. I am your host, Candy, and I have my guest here.
Aceon the Sensei.
Aceon the Sensei. Hey. Okay, so before the break, we were talking about your current musical projects. But let's take it back. How did you even get into the music industry? Did you do anything locally? I mean, did you just wake up and say, hey, mom, dad, whatever, I just want to get into it? I mean, what have you been doing up to this point? Meaning, what did you do? Any talent shows? Did you do anything in high school? Tell us those things.
It's really started, like, my love for the stage started when I joined the Asante's Children's Theater, which started my acting and singing. That's when I really found my voice with Miss Deborah Asante. I love her. And Miss Keisha Dixon. And from there, it just kind of grew. And after that, I did about a year or a season or 2 with them, and then I went into show choir in high school with Mr. Dustin Podgorski, who made me into what people call me a beast, but whatever, he made me to the voice and the voice that I have now. Like, he sculpted it, and he put his magic on it. I don't know what he did, but it worked, you know what I mean?
Are we going to be able to get a little sample of that soon?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely can.
All right.
But, so after high school, I went straight into the studio, really. That's when and from there, I just been grinding, making music, and trying to better my production. And year by year, I get a little better, learn a new trick or two, and then I apply it to my music.
Have you found it challenging here in Indiana, Indianapolis, to branch out and make your mark on the scene?
Definitely. The thing I've found with Indianapolis in general is there's a lot of hidden talent here, a whole lot of hidden talent and a lot of potential, but nobody's willing to put in the work to make a platform for it. You know what I mean? So if I am blessed enough to make it, I want to come back and make an avenue for young artists here. You know what I mean? Because I know how it was. There's really nowhere to branch out. You got to grind on it, do it yourself, or go outside the city, which I feel like you shouldn't have to do.
And you know, I'm glad you even spoke on that because I have said it for years. Unfortunately, Indianapolis, Indiana is not the market for musical talent.
Right.
And I always encourage everybody to get out because there are other major markets around that really just are, you know, the beast, shall I say.
Exactly.
And then definitely for sure, come on back. You know, build up your talent here. Come on back. Because home is where it starts.
Exactly.
Home is definitely where it starts.
Exactly.
And we've had a lot of talented people
Yeah.
that were born in Indiana, raised in Indianapolis, or you know any part of the outskirts, and they have thrived. They have very successful musical history. But at the same time, what did they have to do? They had to branch out.
They had to leave, right?
They had to leave. Okay, so we were saying off camera, you just mentioned it too, about not having the platform. And so I wanted to say, number one, thank you for coming again on the Candy Show, because that's what we do here.
Right.
We spotlight local talents. And right now, we're in social media. Social media is it.
That's
you
the
know?
new wave.
So it's like, I love to give back and give the platform, utilize the Candy Show as a platform to get yourself out there, promote yourself. You know, because at the end of the day, you never know who's going to be looking at the Candy Show and discover your talent.
Right. Right.
Actor, tell us about that.
Well, acting, let's see. I did 2 seasons with Asante Short's Theater. That's where I started my acting. And then I did a musical and I did 2 musicals? 1 musical in high school. And then I was a part of an independent film. So I got a few things of acting under my belt. I do want to probably extend that a little further, a little later in life, but right now I'm just focused on my music.
On your music. Has there been any artist locally that you've worked with besides the gentleman that you said? And please go ahead and repeat his name too.
Zoo, Majan Zoo. He is follow him on Facebook. But other than him, like I said, I'm just now starting to get out into like the scene, especially out like in Indianapolis. So I haven't been working with too many people as far as featuring wise. I did feature with a beautiful talent, another hidden talent that people don't know about. Her name is Layla, and she's featured on my first project. So other than that, locally there hasn't been too much going on, but I do plan on changing that.
Welcome back. This is Candy. We are here at the Candy Internet Show. I am in the home of my guest,
Aceon the Sensei.
All right. Well, wait a minute, y'all. He spoke up. Okay. Boy. We got that smooth flavor going on with the smooth glasses. All right. So before we ended for the commercial break, the question was, who would you like to work with in the industry?
In the industry?
Yes. Who would you like to? You wake up in the middle of the night, you like, you know what? You get that inspiration. You say, I want to work with.
Number 1 spot is Tank.
Okay. Tell us why.
Definitely. He is my vocal inspiration. That is my pretty much another vocal coach for me. Like, a lot of people say we sound alike, but it's really just, he helped a lot of my runs and riffs and runs. Like, people do all this stuff, but he's a musical genius. He's crazy because he produces most of his stuff, so I find that inspirational, like as an artist, to produce your stuff as well. Like, that's where I'm trying to be. So he's definitely number 1. Other than that, I'd love to do some work with her and Kendrick.
Okay.
Kendrick Lamar.
You said that Tank is an inspiration to you. Has anyone else compared you with anyone? Clearly you feel like Tank is a little bit. So anybody else? Just give us a little idea of maybe some. A lot of artists don't like to be compared. I get that. I get that.
But comparing me to somebody else,
like they say, oh, you know what? You kind of sound like.
That would be the closest.
Tank
would be the closest. Yeah.
Okay.
Other than that.
Are you gonna be taking your shirt off too, like Tank? I mean,
nah,
because he's your inspiration.
Nah, he can keep that. That's his thing.
Because eventually, we want to talk about Aceon,
Right.
the
Sensei.
Sensei. We want to talk about his talent and not anyone else's.
Right.
So eventually, they're probably the future artist is going to be comparing themselves
I
to
can
you.
only hope. You know what I mean? I can only hope for that.
Okay. I'm going to throw a little bone here, and I want to see what you can do with this question. If you had one thing that you could not live without, that's not associated with music, what would that be?
Not associated with music?
Correct.
It's so hard for me to answer this question because everything I do is associated with music.
You're like me. I eat, breathe, sleep.
It's all
entertainment.
music. You're right. Yeah, like, so I could not live without probably my game system. I'm a big gamer.
Okay, is that what you do in your spare time?
That's what I was doing right before you got here.
Okay, all right. What game do you like?
Most recently, Apex has been my stuff. Like, that's just been my go-to game right now. Other than that, I'll probably have to hop on some either Titanfall or Watch Dogs.
Okay. And I know you have an iPad. I know you have an MP3 player, which is getting ready to go out of style because that's old.
I don't got no MP3 player no more.
iPad, something. What do you listen to?
I listen Tank and Michael and I have a lot of variety of music, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm just scrolling and if I'm typing in something, usually I'm typing in either her,
Mm-hmm.
Tank, or Michael Jackson.
Okay. How can anyone, do you have any, you say you have your current project, so how many projects can you have?
I have two projects out right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell us about your first project.
The first project, The Love, is the first installment to the Love series. I'm trying to do 3 installments to that. So The Love was just the intro to it, just kind of tackling all aspects of what love is, like the encountering of it, the dealing with it, the after effects of it, you know. And then the next one, the next Love, is going to be more of the experience of it, living in it. And then the third installment, I'm not exactly sure what I want to go with.
Okay, well, let's say that for the future because we don't want nobody to be
Right.
stealing your ideas because people do that.
Even if they try, they can't do it the way I did it.
Okay, there we go. One of a kind. Who produced your
I produce everything I put out.
Everything.
Everything I put out. Everything.
Okay. Everything. So, with that being said, do you want to do all of this independently?
I do, but I don't. If you know what I mean. Like, I want to be. I definitely want to be a part of everything, but I don't. I wouldn't have no problem bringing somebody else in who's probably better on a producing end than I am. You know what I mean? Because I'm not the best at everything that I do. I try to get better every time I do it, but at this point, like, yeah, I would want to be a part of it, but if somebody else want to come along and help, you know what I mean? That's more the merrier right now.
Out of the talents that you have, what do you feel like is the best quality? So you're writing songs, you're producing, you're a singer.
Probably my vocals.
Your
where I could just, you know what I mean, drop of a dime, it'll be nothing. You know what I mean? I'm not too much worried about it. Second would probably be my piano skills.
Okay.
And then third would be in between songwriting and producing.
Okay. And do you have a category? What kind of artist are you?
I don't like to put myself in a box.
What's going on with all this new age
because
stuff?
I
When
feel
you get
like,
this Grammy nomination, you need to be in a category.
You're right. And if I had to choose a lane, of course they're going to say R&B or trap soul or whatever you want to put it now. But right now, I just make music that speaks to me. You know what I mean? So if it speaks to me, it might be country or rock and roll. I highly doubt it will be. But it could be, you know what I mean? Like,
it's not what you're feeling right now.
Right, not at the moment, but right now I'm feeling more of a not gonna lie, trap soul, cool, melodic vibes right now. So that's just been what's been going out.
Ooh, that's a lot of meshing.
Yeah.
Well, you sell your beats? Do you sell it?
I do.
Do you sell them? Okay.
I do.
Okay. Tell everybody, I'm just wondering, before we even continue, tell everyone how they can get in touch with you.
You can follow me on Instagram at Aceon the Sensei, or you can add me on Facebook at King Me Aceon. That's King Me, Aceon. And then if you wanted to check out some of the stuff we got going on, you can always hit the website at musicovermind.com. That's MUZIK overmind.com.
Tell everybody how you can spell your name, just in case.
Aceon the Sensei. THESENSEI.
Okay. Can you give me a little sample of your vocals?
What you want to hear?
Whatever you like to sing to me. Hey,
Let's see.
how about we do this? After the break, we'll give him
Bet.
that. We'll be right back. Welcome, guys. This is Candy to another episode of The Candy Show. And my guest,
Aceon the Sensei.
Aceon the Sensei. Now, we talked about you giving us a little sample.
Just a little.
Sample. Tell us what you're hearing and sing.
John Legend. It's called So High. It's one of my favorite songs. It's probably my favorite song from him.
Okay. Well, I'll give you the stage.
Baby, since the day you came into my life, you made me realize that we were born to fly. And you showed me every day new possibilities. And you proved my fantasies of what love could really mean. And we'll go to a place only lovers go, to a spot that we never know, to the top of the clouds we're floating away, yeah. Oh, it feels so crazy, and how this love is blazing. Baby, we're so high, walking on cloud nine.
Oh my goodness. Woo, Lord. Woo, woo. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you gonna have, yeah. Okay. When you do a show, give us what you normally do. Are you behind a piano? Are you
I'll tell you what.
working the stage?
It really depends on the setting, what the show is like. If it's requires more of a intimate setting behind the piano, then yeah, I'm gonna give them that. But if it requires me just being behind a mic and working the stage, I'm gonna give them that. It's just it all depends on what the show requires. You know,
Okay.
every show is different.
Okay. How many shows have you done?
I can't put a number on that.
It's been that many. Well, dang, where I been at?
I've been on a lot of stages, and I'm blessed to say that in my lifetime. My biggest crowd that I was able to sing in front of was over 10,000 people. So,
Shut up.
yeah.
When was
that
this?
was in high school, actually. I was
Okay.
handpicked by my choir director and the principal to represent the school, sing the national anthem in front of about roughly 10 to 12,000 people.
Okay.
Lucas Oil Stadium. It was awesome.
Wow. Can I get a little bit of that? Can you give me just a little bit of that?
The Star Spangled Banner?
Yes. You know that's a popular song.
It is. But the way my political views are set up right now, I don't like singing that song.
Oh wow! So all right. Woo!
It's the fact that still has slavery ties to it. You know what I mean? We sing the first verse, but we don't sing the rest of the song, which we don't want to sing the rest of the song because of what they're mentioning there. And a lot of people don't even know that. But if I was to get paid for it, yeah, I'll sing it just because it's a check. But you know what I mean? It's not something I want to represent right now. And the fact that that's our Star Spangled Banner says a lot about our country.
Tell it, okay. Tell it.
And I'm gonna leave that alone now.
Tell it. I have listened to your songs, a couple of your songs.
Cool,
What's the new one that's out?
The newest one is off. My newest solo is off of the new project, Ready or Not. It's called Hit My Line, HML, and it's just about trying to get to know somebody who you feeling. You know what I mean? You just want them, hit my line one time. We can make it work. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But
Not scrolling.
Not scrolling. No, like call me. Like I'm not, or you can text me. It is what it is. But
text nowadays.
It's
Nobody
usually a
really want to
text.
hold a conversation for some reason.
I prefer phone calls though, low key.
Okay.
Not gonna lie, maybe it's because I'm a '90s baby, so whatever.
Okay.
I'm still in the retro age.
Okay. Well, I don't know. The voice right there was just hot.
Thank
I
you.
mean, I can envision you being on the stage, and I'm sorry. Eventually, yeah, them ladies gonna wanna.
You done?
I mean, your voice is just. And again, I'm really raw and real, and I'm no filter. But I see panties being thrown at you on stage. I'm just saying.
Hey, I'll take mine.
I'm just saying. I don't hold back. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, so tell them who you are again. Just tell them where they can find you.
You can find me on all the major streaming sites: Google Play, Amazon, YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, all of it. And Aceon the Sensei, just look me up. AceonTheSensei.
And then your Muzik Over Mind
Yep.
artists. Tell them how they can get a hold of them.
Over musicovermind.com. That's MUZIK overmind.com. You can check out whatever music we got on there. There's a lot of artists to check out from as well. I'm not the only artist on Music Over Mind, so there's a lot of talent in Indianapolis.
And if they want to book you,
If they want to book me, you can hit me up directly on Instagram, or you can hit up Flip on Music Over Mind. Either way, we're going to get back to you.
okay. Well, again, I'd like to thank you so much to my
Thank
guest,
you so much.
Aceon the Sensei, allowing us to come into your home this evening, this afternoon, this morning, whenever you're looking at this, because it will be on the internet.
Yes. Make sure y'all share it and everything, please.
Exactly. Candy Productions too, with a capital C on
She's doing
YouTube.
it. Got a nice setup.
And I can't wait. You got any shows booked up anytime soon? Tell us something,
August 10th, you can catch Highway, which is my band, at Watkins Park. We going at 12 to 1. Just come catch a vibe. That's the most recent thing. Other than that...
Oh, you still in the studio perfecting your craft.
Other than that, I'm back in the studio working for my second installment to my EP series.
Okay. All right. Well, again, thank you so much to my guest,
Thank you.
Aceon the Sensei. Check him out, y'all. Support your locals. I always say that.
Yeah.
I'm Candy.
And I'm Aceon the Sensei, and you have been watching The Candy Show.
Bye. But most of all, I said most of all, I want to thank you, my audience. Come on back. I said come on back. Come on back.
Kick it. It's candy. She's just so candy. It's